Gisele Bündchen just proved that sometimes the best revenge is living well. And she's living really well. The supermodel just married her jiu-jitsu instructor boyfriend, Joaquim Valente, in an intimate home ceremony in Florida on December 3, 2025. TMZ confirmed the marriage through their marriage license, which was issued on December 1st, with the wedding taking place 2 days later at their home in Surfside, Florida. This comes exactly 3 years after her high-profile divorce from NFL legend Tom Brady, and 10 months after she and Joaquim welcomed their first baby together. Welcome to Pop Showroom, where we bring you the stories behind the headlines. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button right now, because this story goes deeper than anything you've seen in the mainstream media. But here's what makes this story so powerful. This isn't just about moving on. It's about rebuilding your life on your own terms, finding love in unexpected places, and proving that your best chapter might be the one you write after everything falls apart. According to sources familiar with the situation, Gisele and Joaquim got married in a small ceremony at their house in Surfside, Florida, with close family and friends in attendance. This wasn't some lavish celebrity spectacle with paparazzi and magazine exclusives. While insiders clarified that their nuptials weren't exactly secret, the couple chose to keep things intimate and private, reflecting their preference for a low-key relationship. Gisele seemingly debuted her wedding ring at a red carpet event in Sao Paulo, Brazil, on December 18th, wearing a plunging dress with a thick gold band on her ring finger, just quietly showing up to life as a married woman, glowing and unbothered. And that's the Gisele I've learned to respect. As she told IGN back in 2004, "I like staying home. I hate talking about my private life." And she stayed consistent with that value even as the world watched her marriage to one of the most famous athletes on the planet crumble. Gisele, 45, finalized her divorce from Tom Brady in October 2022 after 13 years of marriage, and she reportedly began dating her jiu-jitsu instructor Joaquim Valente the following June. They were first publicly linked in November 2022 when Joaquim joined Gisele and her kids on a trip to Costa Rica, just weeks after her divorce was finalized. Now here's where I need to get real with you about what this represents. When you go through a divorce, especially a public one, there's this pressure to bounce back immediately, to prove you're fine, to show everyone you've moved on. But Gisele didn't do that. She took her time. She focused on her kids. And she found something she'd never had before, a relationship that started as friendship first. As Gisele shared in a New York Times interview, "This is the first time I am seeing someone that was a friend of mine first. It's very different. It is very honest, and it's very transparent. That's not just a new relationship, that's a new foundation. That's building something on trust and genuine connection rather than chemistry and attraction alone." In February 2025, Gisele and Joaquim welcomed their first child together, a baby boy whose name hasn't been publicly shared according to reports. The baby's middle name is River, though their first name and gender remain private. A source close to Valente, 38, told Page 6 that he is thrilled they finally tied the knot after having a kid together. Their blended family now includes Gisele's older children Benjamin Rain, 15, and Vivian Lake, 12, whom she shares with Tom Brady. And here's what gets me about this whole situation. Tom Brady reportedly told Page 6 he was stunned by the pregnancy news. Those sources said he was ultimately happy for his ex-wife. "I've been in situations where watching an ex move on, especially when they start a whole new family, feels like a gut punch. But here's what I've learned. Their new chapter doesn't erase your old one. And if you genuinely love that person, you eventually want them to be happy, even if it's not with you." In January, just weeks before giving birth, Gisele posted an empowering message on Instagram alongside a video showing her growing belly. "Happiness is an inside job. Remember, you are the only one who has the power to create the life you want to live." That's not just Instagram inspiration, that's lived experience. This is a woman who was married to arguably the greatest NFL quarterback of all time. She had the fairy tale. And when that fairy tale ended, she didn't fall apart. She rebuilt. As Gisele told Vogue back in 2017, "As a mother, you're always giving. It's important to give something to yourself so you can give from a place of being full instead of giving from a place of being depleted, which isn't healthy for you or for the family. That wisdom? It applies to everything. Relationships, careers, friendships. You can't pour from an empty cup. And watching Gisele prioritize her own healing, her own happiness, and her own path forward, that's the masterclass we all need. 3 years ago, Gisele Bündchen's marriage ended, and the world watched. Today, she's married again, on her terms, in her home, surrounded by the people she loves most. She's even reportedly building a family compound, having purchased property next to her surfside home, investing in the future she's creating. This isn't a story about replacement. It's a story about reinvention. It's about understanding that your life doesn't end when a chapter closes. Sometimes that's exactly when it begins. So if you're going through something hard right now, a breakup, a divorce, a loss, remember Gisele's journey. You don't have to rush. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You just have to keep showing up for yourself, doing the work, and trusting that happiness really is an inside job. Congratulations to Gisele and Joaquim. May their marriage be filled with all the peace, love, and privacy they deserve.